So today I'm going to share with you some insight into myself that is really it's very personal actually, and I feel quite vulnerable sharing it. But I'm going to do so because my hopes is that my sharing will actually empower you to embrace more of who you are and what you want and to pursue your dreams with reckless abandon. Um, Perhaps in my sharing and in my willingness to be vulnerable and share details that I generally would want to keep to myself, it will help you stop worrying so much about caring what other people think about you, and also lose sight of conditioned behavior patterns that are imposed upon us and belief systems that we've just sort of adopted from our family or from society. So this weekend I really had an aha moment. And my aha moment is, can you see I'm fidgeting? I'm a little nervous. Um, the truth is this. Love is way more important to me than money or my career. Okay, I said it. So, well, I may know this consciously, and many of you might be saying, duh. When you look at your actions, you start to see where your beliefs actually lie, right? So consciously, I know that love is my greatest value. Love and health actually are my top two values. But if I look at my choices and sort of untangle them, I can see that I obviously have some work to do in terms of my belief system. So somewhere along the way, I created this idea that before I could have a successful romantic partnership, I first had to have this thriving career. And that this would be the only way for me to hold on to my own individuality and to, I guess, it would give me something to hang on to, which, as we know, when you're going into a romantic partnership, that's overcoming that fear is sort of letting go and not hanging on to anything. So I realized that I was waiting for my work to give me permission in order to have love. So now this doesn't mean that I haven't dated or I haven't had boyfriends. But what I did notice, and what I have noticed before, but just really gained clarity in, is that my willingness to let someone in has been wavering, right? And here's why. So I've chosen to support some of my own limiting beliefs in the choices that I've made. And in the past, I either chose a man and committed to the relationship, and in order to be in the relationship, the man wanted me to step into his ideal life and play a specific role and lose sight of myself, who I am, and what are my dreams, and what kind of things are important to me as an individual, as a person, as Nikki. So to be his partner meant to become Mrs. So-and-so, right? And to give up on anything for myself. So I would choose that. And the other choice that I would make is just dating totally casually, where just pretty much going out regularly, but we'll just be friends and keep it just pretty arm's length because I'm focusing on my career right now. So, anyone who knows me knows that I'm just my own person. I've always been my own person, and I'm not one who just sort of takes on other roles or is willing to be molded, for lack of better words. Try to throw a label on me and I turn and run as fast as possible. So, choosing these men that were basically requiring me to give up on myself and replace my dreams with theirs instead of ours left me feeling repressed and suppressed. So in reaction to that, I would choose casual encounters, like I said. And my strategy was just put your head down and create this fabulous career first, with the idea that if I have this created, that then I can be in a partnership and he'll already see that I have a career, so that's really important, and I'm not going to give up on that, right? So obviously neither of these are working. And it's also very obvious, or it's become obvious to me anyways, that the two are very intertwined. And so now the shift is about seeing myself in a partnership where it's okay for me to have my own individuality and to have my own career and to allow someone to support me in that vision and create visions together, right? Because my career is really important to me. It is essentially an extension of who I am. It's not something that I do because it's gonna totally, bring in the bonsais, It's something that I do because it's a part of me and it's an expression of who I am, and it's one of my passions. My work brings me joy, and it's filled with joy, and it allows me to let more people into my life and share what's been the most impactful for me, and also to take care of others. And so without it, I'm not me. So if that requires sacrificing that for a relationship, that's not going to work. So now it's about untangling these beliefs and then reprogramming and rewiring my brain and my external life to support showing them together, inside and out, that they can actually come together to work together. And while I obviously don't have any of the, quote, answers, and that now it's going to be about shifting my perspective and changing my actions at the same time, I'm working towards that, right? Because at least I have the awareness. And it's only with awareness that we can be empowered to create change. So now I'm opening up to the idea of my emperor, and that my emperor wants to build an empire together and to create dreams together and to support each other in our own individual dreams as well as in our connected dreams, right? So we have an individuality and we nurture our common identity. So my shift in thinking is from having mutually exclusive categories to having a beautifully interwoven partnership. So there's my aha moment from the weekend. Very powerful. And I can only hope that my sharing today has invoked curiosity for you into looking at your own life and seeing where you're holding back and what you're waiting for. Like, who or what is supposed to grant you permission to live all of your dreams right now? Not one at a time, not mutually exclusive, but how about everything right now?